Hey Clayton, it's Brandon from BrickiPhi. Just wanted to take a moment to send this video over to you like we discussed on the phone. Man, my goal is to add as much value as I can here in just a few minutes, so I got to keep it kind of concise for time's sake, but I hope that it'll really be beneficial to you. So that's my goal. Ultimately, I want to help you be able to boost your online presence so you can connect with more customers. More customers means more business means more money in your pocket, right? So that's the goal. I want to cover a few things. The first thing is on your Google My Business page, you've got some good photos here, and those photos look really nice. Sorry, a little delay here on my computer. There we go. So the photos look really nice, but you'll want to build out this whole page. A lot of people leave that about 40% done, and just by finishing that out at 100%, that will really help you to start ranking as well. That's kind of one service I offer, is to help optimize their Google My Business page. Part of that has to do with having a website. You know, Google, when they see that there's a website, it kind of legitimizes the company a little bit. And so if you have a website that's active and got all the information on it, then Google likes to see that, and that will help with your rankings as well. Now, there's kind of a couple aspects on the website stuff. So the first aspect is, obviously you want a clean looking, sharp looking website that's appealing to customers. So when they click on the link and they go and see what you offer on your page or on your website, then they'll like what they see. They'll be more inclined to stick around and then hit the button and call you, right? But on the other side, Google is not really that interested in how nice the design looks. They are focusing on some other elements to help you with the ranking and deciding where you should be in the list of all of the businesses that are doing fencing in your area. So first, I want to cover a couple things with that. So if you were to go into Google and look up Norman, Oklahoma Fence Company, then you're going to see the top 3 businesses that pull up, right? So whoever is here, statistically speaking, they're going to just get more calls for service than anybody else, because that's just kind of human nature. I need a fence company, here's 3 of them, and they start with that. Of course, they can click on more businesses and find the large list of competitors that are in there, but just typically they're going to want to stay in here. And so that's why I really want to help businesses like yourself to be able to rank in the top 3, so that you're taking advantage of just the nature of what customers do, so that if you're in this top 3, you're getting more clicks. And so now moving on to the website stuff, like what is Google actually paying attention to? Basically 3 things: keywords and content, citations, and backlinks. So number one, when we look at keywords and content, whenever you have a website built, you'll want to have 1,500 to 2,000 words of content. That's just kind of the number that Google kind of pays attention to when they're scanning all of the websites and stuff like that. And when they're looking at your website and their robots and algorithms are doing all that, they're going to be paying attention to keywords. Now, this will probably get you really pumped up. So I use a tool called Ahrefs, which is Ahrefs. And if you wanted to use that, you certainly could. But this will give you an idea of different keywords that are being used. You can see the different variations that Google notices, and you can see the volume of searches that are happening for each of these keyword phrases or terms. So if you just did the math right here, that's going to be well over 1,600 searches every single month for fencing companies. This is mind-blowing to me, and you can totally take advantage of that and tap into some of that market by building a website that's ranking at the top, so that when all these people are searching, they find you very quickly. This is keyword difficulty, and what that basically means is the lower the number is, the easier it is to rank and get you climbing to the top of the charts on Google. So moving on from the keywords and content is the citation count. Citations is basically your business name, address, phone number, etc., as it appears on the internet. So if we were to go in and look at some of the competitors in the area, and yourself as well, you have 6 citations. And so you can see kind of where the competition is. The maximum I found looking at the competition is 19. So if you ramped up your citation count to say 25 to 35, then you'd really be ahead of the curve on there and just kind of get a leg up as far as the citations go. And the way that happens is you basically add your business information to a bunch of online directories like White Pages, Yellow Pages, LinkedIn, or different fencing directories and stuff like that. And so that's one thing that I help with. But if you wanted to add your business to different citation or different directories, then that would increase your citation count. And then the last thing is backlinks. Backlinks is basically if your website is listed somewhere else and someone clicks the link and it redirects them to your webpage, then that is a backlink. And so just looking real quickly, just for time's sake, if we pulled up the number 2 spot on the list, then you'll see that they have 26 backlinks. So we would want to build a site that's actually adding in the backlinks as well so that you're able to climb above the competition there in addition to all of the other things we talked about. So just in conclusion, I want to wrap this all up for you, Clayton. It's one thing to have a website, but what I specialize in is building websites that are also built with search engine optimization in mind. So you don't want just a pretty site that no one sees. You want a site that people are clicking on because you're at the top of the charts. And so that's what I help with. And the way that I do that is to focus on building out your Google My Business page. And also when it gets down to building a website, keeping keywords and content, citations, and backlinks in mind. So hopefully this added some value to you, sir. And I really would like to continue the conversation and get to know you a little bit better and see what we can do to help you kind of boost your online presence so that you can be out there doing what you do best. So thank you so much for your time. I look forward to talking to you later. Have a blessed one.